So my name is Nicole Boddie. I'm a graduating senior public relations major at Howard University. My parents were actually both born in DC, raised in DC, and both graduated from Howard, so that's my relation to Washington, DC. I chose to come to Howard University because, like I said, both of my parents went to Howard. I actually didn't want to go to Howard because of that reason, but Howard was the most familiar school to me, so my parents had always brought us to Howard's homecoming over the years, and we would go to the parades, and I'd just be so excited to get a plate of food on the yard and see the marching band perform. So it was just a fun environment. It felt like home, and the cherry on top of the cake was that Howard had an Air Force ROTC program, and since I had done Air Force ROTC in high school, I wanted to continue on with that tradition, so there was no other choice for me, so that's why I chose Howard. Air Force ROTC has brought me some of my closest friends ever. I'm very excited to go into active duty with people like John Tam and Sarah Melton, Connor Schumacher, Lexi Leak, a lot of great people from all across the country. I met a guy, Taylor Sheldon, from Alaska. Never met anybody in my life from Alaska, and I know he has a different background and lifestyle and traditions than me, being from Prince George's County, Maryland. So meeting people now before we actually get out into that active duty military, into that workforce, is very important because that's going to be the standard, and it's going to be expected that we know how to navigate and adjust and adapt. And having diversity in our detachment now is super helpful, and I've met some really awesome people because of it. Diversity is very important because our world is ever changing, and going into the active duty military, we're going to meet people from very different backgrounds. So we harp so much on our detachment motto of building that legacy and having that strength of diversity, because we have that diversity right now. We're never going to have these unique moments again, ever. Meeting a person from Alaska and being in the same room with someone from California, Puerto Rico, St. Croix, someone who's been to Russia and Kyrgyzstan, we're never going to have that moment again. So really embracing that diversity and really honoring it is very important, because we're a unique detachment, and I just feel like we should be grateful for the unique opportunities that we have. Being designated the wing commander this semester meant a lot to me because there were a lot of high quality candidates in my class who I actually look up to as peers, but they chose me, a young black woman who's not a STEM major, not an engineer or anything, but someone who's just very passionate about teaching people and being that role model. I'm very humbled, very honored, and I'm very glad that I get this opportunity to have a platform to be that woman of color role model for other women of color in the program, because I didn't have a female mentor. I would like to be a role model to someone who may look like me or who may be able to identify with me more closely. So just showing people that you can do anything that you put your mind to, that's what I got out of being a wing commander. So I would say that there used to be a glass ceiling. I definitely think we are making strides to crack that glass ceiling if it isn't already shattered, but short answer, no. I don't think it exists as much anymore, but there's still work that needs to be done, and a lot of role models who still need to be elevated and into those positions so that more and more people can be inspired and more people can inspire others, because empowered people empower people. So I think more work needs to be done, but I'm not going to accept that there's a glass ceiling for me.